Hi everyone! So here's the video you've all been waiting for, because for those who don't know, I made a couple of videos and I put it on TikTok about my locks basically. So one video, part one, was all the things that I do with my locks, so my lock regimen, and the second video was all the things that I never do with my locks. Now, I thought those two videos would cover everything that I do with my hair, but then after I posted them, the amount of messages that I still got, so I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to go even more detailed. So here it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you both videos that I've posted on TikTok, but here we're going to talk a little bit more and I'm going to add more content, more context to it as well. Okay, so keep watching and I'm going to load the first video for you to watch and then come back and we're going to chat. Okay, so let's go. I started my locks myself with 2-strand twists. I have 65 in total and I use the brick parting system. Wash day. So wash day, I use this Faith in Nature natural shampoo, and then I follow it up with a apple cider vinegar rinse over my hair and scalp, and then I rinse it out and job's a good one. This microfiber towel I got from eBay, it literally will not leave lint in your hair. So after I've washed my hair and my hair is still a little bit damp, I will go in and I will just literally pull my locks apart very gently and do it over my whole head, and that's it. When I actually can remember, I use this on my hair. It's organic rose water and I put it into a little spray bottle like this and I just, yeah, that's it. Always wear a bonnet at night. Literally, that's when the lint tries to get you when you're sleeping. Welcome back. So as you saw, yes, I started my hair myself with 2-strand twists. I was actually going to get someone to do it for me, but then I know that I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I would just take it out and do it again. So that's exactly what I did. I just started it myself, 2-strand twists. I did 65 because I knew that I wanted quite thick locks. I didn't want thin locks, so I thought 65 should be a good number. And I did the brick parting system where it's like bricks, how it's been layered. So rather than having that one lock and then one lock directly underneath, I thought I could do the brick method so my hair seems a bit fuller. So yeah, let's go on to the next bit, which is wash day. Wash day. So I didn't show you all the products on my original video, so I'm going to go in a little bit more detail. So I use the Faith in Nature shampoo, and this one is fragrance free and it's just from Holland and Barrett and it's only like a few pounds, so it's quite cost effective. And then I said I followed up with apple cider vinegar, and I always use the organic apple cider vinegar with the mother, and I do 1 part apple cider vinegar to 9 parts water. So make sure it's quite diluted, and then I pour it over my hair after I finish doing my shampoos. And the reason why I do that is because shampoos have such a high pH, so it's actually quite damaging for your hair. But with the apple cider vinegar, it brings that pH down because your hair or your scalp is actually acidic as opposed to alkaline. And what I didn't add on that original video is this, which I love. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's actually a protein treatment that is from Green Beauty. I used to follow her on YouTube. I don't follow her anymore just because I've got locks now, but her content is amazing. And basically what this is, it's like it helps to repair your locks. So if you've got coloured locks and they're a bit weak and fragile, this helps to repair some of those protein bonds. Well, it fills in the little gaps, so it makes your hair feels a bit stronger. But it's just like something I do once a month, so it just helps to combat like damage of day-to-day life. I nearly forgot to add how you actually use the protein treatment, so let's get into it. So basically, I mix a little bit of this with the shampoo. Normally you're supposed to mix it with a conditioner if you've got loose natural hair, but I don't have loose natural hair, so I don't use conditioner. But I would literally put a little bit of this protein in with the shampoo, shake it up, and then I put it on my hair, but not your scalp, okay? Not your scalp. So you put it on your hair, leave it for a little bit, and then rinse it out. So that's how you do the protein treatment. Like I said, I use it maybe like once a month at best. Now about these microfiber towels that I bought from eBay. Well, here they are. So I've got 2 of them that I bought from eBay, and it's funny because they're literally for drying cars. So they're really thick. And yeah, they're really got a high absorbency. And when I am drying my hair, I'll do a little demonstration. I'm not there like wringing my hair or anything. No, I literally will get, let's say, this section, and I'll just put my locks in it, and I will just squeeze I just hold it like this for ages and squeeze to get a lot of the water out. I don't do any rubbing. I don't do any of this, all that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't do any of that, okay? It's squeeze and then you're done. Also, what I forgot to mention in the original video was how often I actually wash my locks, which is every 2 weeks. I can't go beyond 2 weeks without washing my hair. My scalp just gets angry. So every 2 weeks I wash my hair. And I didn't say also that when I do wash my hair, I do try when I can be bothered. I wash each lock individually and I work the shampoo, especially around this area. I literally, around at the roots, these parts, I really work it in and then down the lock like this, just squeezing it. Again, I'm not doing anything extra with it. Like, no, it's just a lot of it is just maybe a bit of rubbing and a bit of squeezing, and that's it. I try not to have like too much friction on it when I'm washing it. Just try to do like the least. And what else? So... okay, I remember now. So basically, after I've used the towel to take out as much water that I possibly can, remember, I just squeeze the towel on it. After, I let my hair just air dry. I don't use like a hot blow dry or anything on that because that can cause damage. So I don't do that at all. I just make sure I wash my hair early in the morning. I get up from early, get it done, and then let my hair throughout the day just dry. Especially as my locks are quite thick, I don't want the insides of them to be all damp, so I do just make sure I'm up early, get it washed, and I go for the day. And then by the time it's like, I don't know, 6-7 o'clock, my hair's dry. So in terms of maintenance, you saw that I literally will go through my hair and just separate my locks. But what I didn't include is maybe 1 or 2 times a year, I will literally, let's say this one, if I have a few like loose hairs, I would literally, let's say for this one, I will get it and I would literally take those hairs and just plait it around the lock, just as I'm doing now. And that is it. That's my maintenance done. Lint is my nemesis. I can't stand lint. I know some people don't mind lint. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I cannot stand lint, so I will do anything in my power to prevent it in my hair because I don't want to dye my hair, and I would if I had to, but I really don't want to dye my hair. I don't want to do anything that damages it, so I'd rather practice lint prevention than having lots of lint and then having to deal with it after, you know. So these are some of the things that I use to prevent it. And even my dress, actually, so I might start with my dress. A lot of my dresses that I wear are actually backless, so I don't have my hair rubbing on fabric. So yes, when I'm in the house, I'm always in backless things. And if I was going to wear, let's say, a white top, which I typically don't anyway, but if I was, I would tie my hair up. I would literally use a little silk scrunchie and I'll tie my hair up off my clothes, because I don't want lint to be all in those back ones, because those ones are the ones that get the lint the most. I'm trying to avoid it at all costs. So talking about silk scrunchie, also I have here silk bonnets, which I actually made myself, I have you know. So basically, yeah, so I've got a purple one and a grey one, and they are quite loose fitting for a reason, and they tie on the back as well. And I literally will pull it on my forehead and on this side of my skin. I don't let it rest on my edges because my edges will be gone. So literally wear something that's loose and that's not too tight, and that's not going to cause lots of friction and rub your edges to nothing. So yeah, I wear these when I'm sleeping, of course, but sometimes during the day I'll wear it. So for instance, during housework, so if I'm spreading the bed, if I'm hoovering, there's things like that, anything that's going to make lint just engulf the place, my hair is covered. I'm not taking the chance. Do you know what I mean? But worst case scenario, if there is some surface lint in my hair, I will use one of these. Now, I was a bit dubious about using a brush to brush your locks. For the longest, I was just like, why would you do that? However, it does make sense and it works for me. So like if I have like lint, I would literally just, yeah, if I have lint, any surface lint, I might just brush it, but really gently. I'll just slightly, just ever so like gently brush like my locks, I will, and it's really soft. This is a really soft brush. It's not a coarse one, and I will just go over it, especially my bottom ones. I will literally just go over it, especially the bottom ones, because those are just more prone for lint. So I'm really taking extra care of these babies back here. But another thing that I would do, let's say if I want my hair down, like I don't want to have my hair tied up because I'm scared of lint, but instead what I have is one of these, a lint roller. So yeah, I will literally do whatever top it is, I will get all the lint off, and also my coat. So I'll get my coat and I will get all the lint off my coat as well, and I leave my hair to be swinging on that. But you bet, when I get back into my house and with my brush, just to make sure I'm like, lint, be gone, be gone. So yeah, lint is not my friend. No, I'm not going crazy. That is another technique that I use to get lint out. I promise you, every day without fail, I am literally, especially outside, I'm literally like this. Like, it's almost like I'm clapping, but on my locks. And I can even see it now. Lint, like little bit of lint, will literally start coming out my hair. So every day I'll go out and I'll do that on my hair, so I don't have an accumulation of lint. So I would do that to get it out. And I think that's why my hair largely has not got a lot of lint. If I should give you a little, that's what I do. Okay, so we've covered everything that I do, so my hair regimen, but now I'm going to show you the video that I posted on TikTok, which explained all the things that I don't do, which I actually think is more important to watch. So we're going to get into that video and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk. All right, let's go. Here are the things I don't do. Retwisting, nope. Crocheting, nope. Palm rolling, nope. Tight styles, no thank you. Anything that pulls my hair, no bueno. Never sleep with wet hair. Stay away from elastic bands. They are literally going to choke your locks and create little dents. I don't touch them. Oils, gels, pomades, souffles, you name it, none of those go in my hair. It just attracts lint like crazy, and I can't stand lint. Do not use these to pick out your lint. You are going to damage your locks, I promise you. If where you live you have hot water, do not use a shampoo bar. Thank me later. Now, before you all come for me, I've got to put a disclaimer in there. Let me put my tea down. So if all these techniques and everything works for you and your hair is thriving, it's thick and it's healthy, live your best life. Completely ignore me, all right? But if you do want some thicker locks and you want less lint or less whatever you've got going on, if you listen to some of these tips, I promise you that I can justify why I don't do them, okay? So let's get into it. Story time! So basically, at my 1 year lock anniversary, I thought it'd be a good idea to give myself a retwist. So I got some Jamaican black castor oil. And you know that stuff is thick, and oh my gosh. So I put it on my hair and did the retwist. And at first I was just like, I liked it. It was different. Do you know what I mean? I didn't mind it. However, it was by chance. It could have been like 2 weeks after. I got one of my locks and like where it was retwisted, I just unraveled it. And oh my gosh, my heart skipped a beat. I couldn't believe the amount of lint that was in there. I know I seem like I'm just really against lint and crazy about lint. And I am. I couldn't believe, imagine. And I was thinking like, if all this lint is in one lock, what on earth does the rest of my hair look like? And in panic mode, I ran straight into the bathroom and was washing my hair, which probably wasn't the smartest thing to do. I should have really took the lint out and then washed my hair rather than washing it and combined it and really like letting all my hair mat around all the lint and solidifying it. Do you know what I mean? But I was in panic mode, and from that day I said I'm never ever retwisted my hair again. And there was a woman on YouTube called Jo Michelle. I loved her locks. Her first set of locks, I think it's her first set, but she combed her set out, which I really liked. I was so surprised, and I was like, why would you? And what she showed on her video is she had a line there and a line there and a line there and a line there of this lint. And what that is every time when you're retwisting your hair and you're putting all these oils or locking gels, whatever you call it, and then you're putting it on and you're retwisting it, lint is getting stuck to it. You keep going, lint is getting stuck to it. So eventually you can see every time when she retwisted her hair, like it tells a story. Do you know what I mean? So when I had my own experience of all the lint at the roots, I was like, oh, you ain't got to tell me twice. That is it. I'm not doing it anymore. And another thing that I don't do is crocheting. So I don't crochet. Oh, I had a needle. I had a crochet needle. I forgot it for the video, but you'll let me off. But basically anything where you got a needle and you're going in and out and just going back and forth with the needle, I just think it's ruining the integrity, like the helix of the locks. Like I think unless it's really done properly by a professional, someone who knows what they're doing, they are just ripping those strands. And when you start ripping them, like you might even just rip a few. But over time, if more start to rip there, you're going to start creating some weak spots because you're breaking like your locks essentially. So anything that rips it, I'd rather, if I was going to do anything, I'd rather retwist than crochet. But again, if it works for you, I'm not knocking you. You live your best life. Another thing that I would never, ever, ever do is palm rolling. So all of this business. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I learn vicariously. I've watched so many videos with people with their locks and they explain how they've damaged it. Now this one woman, she went to a salon and she had thick locks, and as she walked in, they said that everyone was like, oh, your hair is so beautiful, it's so thick. She had her hair done and they must have palm rolled it and they made her locks quite like thin, she said, and it doesn't matter how many times she washed it or this, that, the other, her hair stayed thin. So again, you ain't got to tell me twice. I will not be palm rolling my hair ever. I do not want to condense my locks. And also with bonnets and lock socks, try not to get anything too tight. That's going to condense your hair down. And also interlocking, I will never ever 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 yeah, I will never interlock my hair ever. I've seen firsthand how, and I see a lot of people complain about this as well, how where they've interlocked it, again, your lock tells a story, and each time you can see where they've interlocked it. And I've found these in people's hair where it's been interlocked and it feels like a hard knot. And often when you hold that knot up, the lock is just a bit weak. It's like it's damaging. It's so damaging when I see interlocked like hair, some of it. But I know some of you are going to say my hair's interlocked and it's doing good. More power to you. But more times than not, I can literally look at someone's locks and I can see where they've interlocked it. So I don't do it. Nope, not going to be doing that. Also, I mentioned not sleeping with wet hair. Now, why? Because, and especially with me, I've got quite thick locks. So it takes a while for inside of them to dry. But I'm not going to lie down with damp hair, put a bonnet on it, and all that heat and water, moisture combined. It's never a good thing. Do you know what I mean? It's going to just grow bacteria. Your locks are going to smell, and it's just going to have that weird kind of essence to it. And we all don't want that. We don't want that. Okay. So that's why I don't sleep with wet hair. And I don't know if it's true or not, but they say that it can cause like flat locks as well. I mean, I've got flat locks and I don't really trip over my flat locks, but I don't know. I just don't see why we sleep with wet hair, so I just don't. I make sure my hair is nice and dry. Okay, so I've talked about elastic bands being lock chokers. They do. It's like if elastic bands were like people, this is what they do to your locks. They're just jokes aside, elastic bands are not it. They literally, like proof is in the pudding. Keep elastic band in your locks for a couple of months and have a look when you take that elastic band off. Look how your lock looks. So I don't put tight hairbands in my hair. Like let's say this hairband, for instance. I wouldn't really put this in my hair. Maybe just very loosely, like I put this around one time, like maybe just like this. Oh, it's up my arm. I mean, like that. That is as far as it's going. It's not going around again or again. That is as best as it's got to get. However, what I do instead, I use silk scrunchies. So I know it's not the sexiest hairband up there, but it's not gonna like snag my hair, and with it being silk, it's not gonna leave all lint. And I forgot to mention with my bonnets, they're made out of silk for that very reason, so it's not pulling on my tresses, you know? They could just slide around in there and not damage it. So also that's the same with my hairband. I would literally just turn my hair up, sometimes when I'm around the house, just like that, and it's quite loose still. I never want to tie it too tight because I don't want to have lots of weak spots in my hair. And yeah, so I tend to avoid these and go with these. Okay, so I spoke about tweezers and taking out lint, and someone said, oh, I do that. And I think that's okay if you do it, but if you keep picking out those locks, going for it, you are going to weaken your locks. So let's say if I've got some lint on the surface, yeah, I will just take it off. But if it's all inside my locks, I'm not taking this and going and trying to get it out. Like, it don't want to be out. Do you know what I mean? And if you get it out, in order to get it out, you're going to damage the lock. And I've seen some people where they do it and damage the lock, and they're happy to damage it, and then they go in with a crochet needle and then try and repair it. I'm not doing all of that. Just stay away from it. If you focus on getting the surface lint off each time, you shouldn't really have much of a problem. Do you know what I mean? Just don't let it get so deep into your lock in the first place that you have to go digging one of these and start puncturing your locks to try and get it out. So yeah, I would say avoid them. But surface lint, get this and take it off. Anything that's deep in the lock, leave it alone. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Even I'm saying that it's okay, and I don't even like lint. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, pull it down. Okay. We need to talk about hard water. Okay, so hard water is the devil. No, I'm only joking, but hard water is not your friend when it comes to certain products that you use to clean your hair with. So I said, you know, don't use a shampoo bar with hard water. And I promise you, if you take any advice from me, please don't make that mistake. I made that mistake. I bought a shampoo bar. It was all natural and lovely, and I used it, and then when the hard water came along with all those minerals, the soap scum that was left on my hair, the feeling of my hair was crazy. I was like, how on earth am I going to get this out of my locks? I started thinking, oh, I've just ruined my lock journey. Like, how am I going to get all this kind of, you know, like soap scum? Imagine that on every single lock. I went into panic mode, and I was just washing my hair and washing my hair and washing my hair. I probably dried my hair out to the point of like nearly no return. But in hindsight, if that was to ever happen again, I would use dish soap. So I know in America they use Dawn, but over here in the UK the equivalent is Fairy. I would use that to just cut through that straight. But even with that, I would really like, I know some people recommend doing a dish soap detox. Now I thought, I'm going to try it. Why not? I'll just try it once over. But I wouldn't recommend it because it's very stripping. And also, if you're not putting a lot of products and things in your hair, then I don't think that you really need to detox. Because what are you detoxing? There's nothing in there, you know? So if you don't use a lot of products and this, that, and the other, I wouldn't recommend it at all. Despite having this 3-litre carton of oil, this would never touch my hair, ever. So yeah, as I said, I don't put any oils, gels, anything like that in my hair. Only thing I put in my hair is rose water, like you saw. So I don't put any of those in my hair because, like I said, they distract lint like crazy, and you know I don't like lint. So basically, anytime you put all those oils and souffles and all those kind of stuff in your hair, you all know it causes product buildup. That's only one problem, because with product buildup you can just wash it out and it's fine. Do you know what I mean? But when lint starts to get attached to that, because anything you put on your hair, all those oils and things, it's creating a sticky environment. So it's lint is just out in the air, and you put some on your hair, all those oils, the lint is just like it loves it. It just sticks to it and sticks to it and sticks to it. And that's why, like, you know, like I said, when I did my retwist, when I unraveled it, there was so much lint, because the oil in it, that Jamaican black castor oil plus lint, they were just like living their best life all in my hair. So yeah, anything that creates a sticky environment, it's not happening in my hair. So tight hairstyles, so like I said, yeah, I don't want anything on my edges. I will not do that. I don't want anything pulling them, because any style that you've got and it's quite tight, it's just pulling on your hair follicles, and your hair follicles do not like it. They really don't. And eventually they're just going to give up on you and just fall out. And when your hair follicles gone, that's it. Your hair's not growing back. So it's one of those ones where I'm not going to create hair loss for myself just to have a pretty style. But comment below, like, since having locks, that I am so tender-headed. I don't know what's happened. Like, let me know, like, your experience, because I know for me, ever since having locks, like, even those tight styles, I can't handle it anymore, even if I wanted those styles. Like, my scalp's like, nope, I'm not doing that today. So yeah, let me know if you've experienced the same thing, because it was never like that before. Okay, so that's everything. I really hope that I've covered everything this time. Or if not, I'll make another video. You know, it's all good. But I know there's much more detail in this video. So Hopefully it will help you on your lock journey. And please, 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 if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will be putting out more videos to help you all. Okay, so until next time, bye. Mwah.